It was raining all night last night here in Benidorm, but it soon cleared up. Woke up this morning to lovely bright sunshine again. A few things to get through this morning. Now obviously back home it is 3 days of what's the right word, celebrations or commemorations of the 80th anniversary of VE Day. I've been watching that on TV, obviously with mixed emotions. And I tell you why they're mixed emotions, because watching those celebrations is kind of ironic in many respects, right? I mean, as someone that grew up with a granddad that was disabled, lost his right arm, not the Second World War, the First World War, but doesn't really matter, does it? A limb's a limb, whichever war it was. You know, I've always been really mindful of what those young men gave for us, for our freedoms, for our country. Ever since I was a small boy, I don't know why, but I've always been very mindful and very respectful of our armed forces and those that have served and gave their all for us. I think that's either something that you either have or you haven't. You know, there's no kind of in between, is there really? But for me, it's always played a fairly big role in my life, on my mind. And watching those celebrations, like I say, it's mixed emotions. And it's kind of ironic that we're celebrating or remembering what those people gave for us, whilst currently living under, well, call it whatever you will. I'm not going to go too deeply into that one, because I might have to fly back to the UK in the next week or so, not sure yet. But I really don't fancy the same reception as Danny got. I could do without that, quite honestly. But we all know what we're facing at home. I haven't got to tell you again, we all know. And the irony of celebrating the defeat of tyranny whilst probably living under the most tyrannical government that we've ever had in our history is not lost on a lot of people. Very upsetting in many respects. And, you know, some people have been saying, oh, you know, it's okay for you, you've gone out to stay in Spain, etc., etc. Well, actually, if I do stay here, if I decide that ultimately I'm not coming home, at least for the foreseeable future, at least until this government have gone, I wouldn't consider myself an expat. I would consider myself exiled. And there's a big difference between being exiled and being an expat. An expat is someone that makes a choice to go and live abroad. Being exiled is someone that feels they have got no other choice than to live abroad. And I would put myself in that category if I decide to stay. And I've got to be truthful and say that the longer I'm here, the less I feel like coming back. Been enjoying watching Danny's videos and his live streams. He's got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? Good luck to him. I see Richard is still plugging away on his channel. Which is good. And I'm hoping to get back bringing you live soon as well. Just a little update on the scam that has clearly taken place with some of my viewers on my channel. Unfortunately, it seems like at least one person has fell for this scam. I spoke about it in a video the other night. If you haven't seen that, please make sure you do. But if you look through the comments on that video, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of people that have been approached either on my channel or on someone else's in a similar attempt to get them to WhatsApp or send a message to someone on Telegram claiming to be me or someone else. The world is full of wrong-uns. And I can only repeat the advice I said the other night. Look, I think no YouTubers that I've ever seen encourage their viewers to contact them directly through their channels via WhatsApp or Telegram or some other form of social media contact. As soon as you see that, anything like that, 99.9 times out of 100, it's a bloody scam. It's going to be a warm one today, looking at it. So the apartment that we hired, I've taken it out for a month. I was initially going to stay with my daughter, but to be honest with you, you know, we can do without being in each other's hair 24 hours a day. She's obviously got my granddaughter to get to school and that, and it's all a bit too much at times. So we took out a little apartment, only for a month. Not really, to be honest, not the way I'm used to living, but actually it's quite nice. I mean, the view helps, it's a beautiful view. And I've enjoyed staying there, to be fair. And I know I said I wasn't going to be, or that I was going to be pulling away from politics, which I am to a large degree. I want to try and bring you something different, something a bit new. But I can't just completely pull away from it. Not fully, because I'm passionate about what we do, what we talk about. I'm passionate about our people, our country. I'm passionate about unity, truth. I'm passionate about peace. I'm passionate about all those things, our kids' futures. I mean, who wouldn't be passionate about all that sort of stuff? If you're not passionate about that sort of stuff, then, in my opinion, there's something bloody wrong with you. Had a little update on Tommy yesterday. Can't say too much, but you know, we are hoping for some good news, and then when he gets out, he can pick up the reins and clear a few things up and start to unite people again, because I know one thing, never a truer saying, united we stand, divided we fall. I think the elections the other day with Reform were they were seismic, weren't they? They were seismic. I see Farage put his big size 9 in it again. Was it on GB News? Talking about us lot. Man gives me the right hump, to be honest with you. But you can't always have what you want, can you? And let's be honest, we'd take anyone over this Labour government, wouldn't we? Anyone. I'd even take the Tories over this lot. At least people weren't being stopped at airports just for loving their country. I mean, think about that. Just think about that. Unbelievable. If you're wondering why I'm walking through this bit, it's because you're not allowed to ride your e-scooter through this part. A lot of people do, but I'm not going to. I know I've spoken about the Spanish police a couple of times already, but boy, oh boy, they are on it out here, I tell you, and I think it's great. I really do like the way they operate. Do you know what's nice? When you pick the kids up from school and that, there's always a police car outside, from what I can see. Every school, or most schools, just there to make sure that all the kids are out safe, and that if anyone with anything dodgy in their mind is sniffing around, well, the police are there and they don't mess about. I think it's brilliant. So we're down by the marina, moving up towards the old town. This has become one of my favourite little routes, this. So in Benidorm you can get a nice full English breakfast. A couple of sausages, egg, bacon, beans, you know, the usual couple of slices of toast. €6 or €7, which is what, I don't know, £5.50, something like that. £5, not bad at all. Was out yesterday, it was Monday, obviously, for me at least. This video's probably going to go out on Wednesday, but I was riding along this route on Monday and the church bells were going. You often hear church bells here, which again, is very comforting, very nice to hear. Something I'd like to hear more of at home. So yeah, talking about those VE Day celebrations again this week back in the UK. You know, heartwarming in one respect, but like I said, the irony of it, I find a little bit, well, it makes me feel a little bit sick, to be fair. I don't feel they really mean it. Not when they're busy taking away the freedoms that those same men died for. I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are. So before I go, just let me know in the comment section below, would you like me to resume my live streams? If you do, let me know. Or if you'd like me to, let me know. What have you? Yeah, if you'd like me to, let me know, and if it's a good response, then I may just well do that. Right, that's it for today. Have a lovely, lovely week. God willing, I'll see you again soon, and as always, make sure you look after those lovely, lovely children of ours. See you soon.